Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Jenny and I say things. In honor of spooky season, today I'm going to be doing 3 different makeup looks. A 1 minute, a 10 minute, and an hour makeup look. I love spooky season. I can't wait for Halloween. I'm probably going to be working. Let me know in the comments down below what you guys are going to be for Halloween this year. I can't wait to see what you guys are going to post. Let me know what your plans are. Again, I'm probably going to be working, but I'll live vicariously through you guys. So without further ado, let's get straight into the video. So for the first look, we're going to do a very easy look. It's our 1 minute look. We are going to do a clown. It's a typical 2 red lines and then painted on mouth. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take a small detail brush and any red eyeshadow. I'm going to use this bright red color right here. Random makeup palette that I have. For the first step, we're going to take a little bit of red. I have my vanity right here, so if I turn off to the side, don't mind me. We are going to draw a line going down our eyes. We're going to very roughly draw that red line going from like the center of the forehead up here down to about where the corner of your nose is. And this can be messy. Halloween makeup is supposed to be messy and scary and not very precise unless you're doing something like a skeleton look. If you don't have red eyeshadow, you can also use a red lipstick and just smudge it down your face with like a very small brush, or even with like the tip of your finger, like your nail or a Q-tip or something. I'm gonna go ahead and do it on the other eye. In the middle, you can go in with black eyeshadow, but I'm going to be using these face paints. It's a black and white face paint. These are from Amazon. If I find the link, I'll put it in the description. But I bought these like 2 years ago and I only use them for Halloween. That's why they haven't ran out yet. We're gonna go in with the black face paint and with the very small detail brush, we're gonna go very thin line in the middle of the red lines that we just did. When you're doing this, make sure you use brushes that you don't mind low-key ruining, unless you're gonna wash them immediately after, because face paint will stain your brushes. Very easy, just drag it through the red where we just did our lines with the eyeshadow or the lipstick. And also, if you don't have black face paint, you can either use eyeshadow or you can use just an eyeliner pen. Okay, so we did one side. I'm going to go ahead and do the other side. Fun fact, clowns are my go-to Halloween costume. I think I've been a clown like for 3 years because they're just really easy to do. I just realized I've had my fan on this whole time. I'm so sorry if you hear that noise. It's literally right here by the camera. I'm going to hate myself when I'm editing this. I'm so sorry. Alright, we are done with our lines, and now we're just going to go ahead and do the lips, the mouth. So when doing the lips, we have to get those triangle corners going up like clowns have. So first we're going to line the lips. This is the Ioni lip liner in Napa Wine. I'm going to accentuate the Cupid's bow, the bottom lip, and then just lightly go up in the corners of the lips to form like a fake smile. So it looks like you're smiling even when you're not actually smiling. So I line my natural lips, and then at the very corner, I'm just going to do a line going up. You can make this line as long as you want or as short as you want, as long as you can tell that there's a fake smile line going on. Once you have that one line going straight out from the corner of your lips, you're going to connect it with a triangle to the top lip and the bottom lip. In the middle, we're going to go in with a liquid red lipstick. You could go stick, you can go liquid. I'm going to go in with a liquid red lipstick. If you want to go into further detail, you can always take a black eyeshadow, the black face paint, or just a darker lipstick and line the outline of the mouth and deepen it up and make it darker. But for our 1 minute makeup look, this is done. If you want to do the full costume, put your hair in like space buns, get a tutu or just like a puffy skirt, get a top that has like ruffles on it and things, wear some knee-high socks, some sneakers. You're done. You could also have painted your face white if you want the makeup to really stand out. But for our 1-minute makeup look, this is it. Let's get straight into our 10-minute makeup look. Alright, so for our next makeup look, the 10-minute makeup look, we are going Harley Quinn, specifically Suicide Squad pink and blue Harley Quinn. I just happened to have the pudding necklace because I was Harley Quinn in 2020. 2021, I was Harley Quinn. I used to have her costume, but I donated it. Her pink and blue eyeshadow look. We're going to be using the same palette that I used before. You don't need a lot of makeup to do Halloween looks, guys. We're going to do the pink eye first. I'm going to get this hot pink, these two hot pink eyeshadows, and just put it all over. She doesn't have that much detail on her eyes, just all over eyeshadow and then a little bit dragged down under her eye. Just go crazy with the eyeshadow. Next, to go underneath the eye, we're going to use another one of these little detail brushes. It's an oval like packing brush. We're going to use that to go underneath the eye with pink eyeshadow again. Her eyeshadow literally is going like down her face, so be as messy as you want. Again, you could also use pink lipstick for this if you want more pigment, but it is going to be sticky and you are going to have to set it with some loose setting powder, or just use the eyeshadow like I'm doing. I look like I have pink eye, oh my god. Next, we're going to go in with an eyeliner pen, not liquid eyeliner, pencil liner. And we're gonna go very messy along the top of our lid and the bottom and just rub it and smoke it out. Just like that. We're basically going to repeat this same process on this eye, but with blue. For the blue look, I'm going to go in with this darker blue and then this lighter blue. And then maybe some of this really dark navy blue for details when I rub out the black liner. I recommend using concealer as a base, but since this is supposed to be a 10-minute look, I'm not doing foundation, base makeup, none of that. You could put white face paint on because her face is very pale in Birds of Prey and Suicide Squad and all those movies. I'm taking another small detail brush and doing the same thing underneath the eye that I did on this eye. While we're on the topic of Harley, which version of Harley Quinn is your guys' favorite? I want to know. Because personally, I'm not really a Marvel fan, but I love Batman and the Joker and Harley, obviously. I want to know which version of Harley is your guys' favorite, because personally, aesthetic-wise, my favorite is classic Joker, like black and red Harley with the diamonds and all that, and the jester hat. That personally is my favorite, but I think that might just be because black, red, and white are my favorite colors. I don't know. But personality-wise, I love Suicide Squad Harley. I'm going to do the black pencil liner thing again. Alright, and you're pretty much done with that, honestly. Try to put on some messy lipstick. I would suggest going in with some mascara and make it clumpy, make it long, some fake eyelashes, the longest, most dramatic ones you have. Just make it really, really messy. I'm not going to put this on right now because I'm going to take it off again immediately after to do our next look. But for the lips, she has red lipstick. So I'm going to go in with this dark, like, berry red color. On the corner of my lips, I am going to drag it down a little bit, make it a little bit messy. And there you go. For Harley Quinn's hair and costume, like I said, I do have the pudding necklace. But if you don't have that, honestly, put on a choker if you have one. Put your hair into 2 pigtails. I have my hair in buns because I just did the last makeup look. But for her outfit, honestly, white long sleeve, some shorts, some fishnets, and some like sneakers. Carry a baseball bat or like an inflatable one, like her hammer, her inflatable hammer. If you don't have blonde hair, you can't really do the blue and pink color at the end unless you use like the hair coloring spray, hair wax. But honestly, people will get the idea. They'll get the idea. Don't worry, this is a really quick 10-minute makeup look that you can do if you have nothing else planned. So this is our Harley Quinn look. And then we're gonna get straight onto the 1 hour makeup look. Okay, y'all, I'm gonna be honest. This is the next day that I'm recording this because I had to go to work yesterday, and when I got home, I completely forgot to film the rest of the video, and I was just too tired to do so. So we're gonna finish this today. We're on to our 1 hour makeup look, and for this one, we're going to be doing SFX makeup, liquid latex. This isn't as beginner friendly. It's beginner friendly if you're getting into special effects makeup, but if you just want a really quick Halloween look, this probably isn't for you. The special effects look, we're going to be doing a Chelsea smile. Basically, we're going to make it look like someone cut a smile into our face. It's the first special effects makeup I learned how to do in like middle school. I was like 12, 13. I learned from Mikey from Glam and Gore, so if you want a really in-depth tutorial, go watch her videos. She's great. She's awesome at explaining everything and providing good alternatives if you don't have liquid latex or any of the materials I'm using right now. The first thing you want to do with liquid latex is do a patch test. Even if you think you're not allergic to latex, do a patch test on your wrist just to make sure that you're not allergic. I'm going to do a patch test because I've had this liquid latex for 2 years because I only use it around Halloween time. So I'm gonna make sure that this is not expired. I got both of these off of Amazon. I think they came together. If I can find the link, I will put it in the description. But honestly, any liquid latex will work. Even lash glue if you're just doing a little cut. I think this might be a little bit expired. Make sure, let that dry fully, and then peel it off and see if you have any reaction. If you feel any itching or burning, you're allergic, don't use this. Use something like Scar Wax or Spirit Gum or prosthetics. But yeah, we're gonna let this dry. Okay, I did my patch test. No redness, no itchiness, nothing like that. I already peeled it off, so I'm good. I knew I was gonna be fine because I'm not allergic to liquid latex or to latex in general, but it's better to be safe than sorry. So for the materials for this, you are going to need liquid latex, fake blood, any type of fake blood, scar blood, like any type of blood would be fine, some brushes, the same makeup palette that I've been using, some sponges that you don't mind ruining, some face paint, and some foundation and loose setting powder. Almost forgot the most important thing. You're going to need either some toilet paper, some tissue, or some cotton balls. The first thing you're going to want to do is get your tissue, your cotton balls, whatever, and pull it apart to make it into very thin pieces. So this was 2-ply. I pulled the pieces apart, and you're just going to want to rip it into strips. If you're doing this with cotton balls, you're going to want to unravel the cotton balls and make them into long, thin strips. For the smile, we're going to do one line here, one line here, one here, and one here. So I think we're going to do 3 layers per line, so that would make it 12 strips. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to open our liquid latex. Be very careful because this is kind of messy, so I would suggest having a blank open counter. I can't be at my vanity right now because the lighting is really weird, so I'm doing this on my bed, but don't copy me. Please use an open area. Just took some liquid latex on the back of a paintbrush, and we're just going to draw out a line going from our cupid's bow out to however long you want the smile to be. And you're going to lightly blend the latex upwards. We are going to take one of our little strips and lay it on top of the latex. You want the bottom edge to be lifted upwards, so you don't want the tissue to be completely flat on the latex. Little tip, I would suggest either shaving your face or and pulling your hair back before you do this, because if you get hair caught in the latex, when you peel this off, it's gonna hurt really, really bad. So you let that layer dry, and then this part at the end that we didn't use, we're gonna kind of just rip off the extra. We're going to then repeat the process. We're going to take more liquid latex on the end of our brush and layer it on top of the tissue that we just placed. Make sure to get the edges of the tissue paper so it blends straight into your skin. And then place another layer of tissue right on top. You're basically just going to repeat this process. For me, I'm going to do 3 layers on each line. So we're going to do 3 layers for this top lip, 3 layers for the bottom lip, and then repeat on the other side until you get the desired thickness of the skin that you want to do. Make sure you're always blending the edges into your skin to give it more of a like raw, natural look, to make it look like it's your skin later when we cover it with foundation. Okay, so we now have our first top lip done, and I'm going to go ahead and do the rest off camera, but basically repeat the steps that I just explained to you. And then it's important to note that when you're applying the latex, the thinner you apply the layers, the quicker it'll dry. Just take a good amount on the back of your brush, or if you're using a sponge, little stippling sponges, to apply a good generous amount and then just blend it out into your skin. I went ahead and put a little bit of latex on this extra flap of skin that's hanging free, that's our quote-unquote lip, our cut wound, so that when we put our foundation on, it doesn't rip up. I'm going to go ahead and do the rest off camera, and I'll be back to show you guys how we're going to paint this. Alright guys, I'm back. I think it's been like 30 minutes. I watched a whole Star Yellow Triplets video. Side note, if you're going to do this makeup look, plan to not be able to talk right or like laugh, because my face is literally stuck. Next step, we're gonna paint over it, make it look like this is our skin and like we're bleeding. So I mixed up a little bit of foundation in this little container, and you're just gonna put foundation over it. I'm just using my finger to get the foundation on there, but we're gonna blend it out with like a sponge. Don't worry if it's not completely perfect, because we're going to cover it in face paint and blood and eyeshadow anyways, so it doesn't have to be completely perfect, but you do want to get most of the white tissue or cotton ball covered. So the next thing we're going to do is go in with some setting powder, preferably translucent setting powder, but I'm out of it, so I'm just going to be using my Maybelline Fit Me powder, and I'm going to take this on a big fluffy powder brush and just powder all of it away so that it's not shiny. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to go in with our face paints, and we're going to go in with the black one and color the inside of the mouth black. For my brushes, I'm using literal paint brushes. Use makeup brushes please, or clean paint brushes, but these are just the brushes that I've had for years, so I'm going to be using these. For this part, you could also use black eyeshadow, but really layer it on to make it like pitch black. I forgot to say this at the beginning, but when you're doing this, make sure you're wearing something that you don't mind getting dirty, because I'm covered in little liquid latex like strings and face paint and tissue. So make sure you're wearing something that you don't mind getting dirty. The next thing you're going to want to do is go into our eyeshadow palette and start making fake bruises. I'm going to take a little fluffy makeup brush, and I'm going to go into the red eyeshadow, and I'm going to go around the lip area to make it look like it was freshly cut. The next thing I'm going to do is get another fluffy brush and go into a black eyeshadow and set the black paint underneath. I'm going to go back into the first brush that we used to do the red, and I'm going to mix it with this dark purpley shade, this dark red burgundy shade, and then a little bit of this darker bright purple. And I'm just going to go around the edges and make little bruises. You don't want it to look perfect because you want it to look like it's naturally bruised. So go along the edges where you can see the lines of like the rough skin from the tissue that we blended in with the latex. I'm also going to go in with this dark navy blue and then a little bit of this dark green to make it look really, really bruised on just the corners and underneath my actual lip. For the center of the lip, I'm going to go back into the other brush that we used that has the black on it. And for our actual lips, I'm going to go in with a dark purple and that burgundy shade. Dark purple, the burgundy, and a little bit of the blue, and just color in the middle. And with that, you are basically done. All that's left is to do the blood. For the blood, you're going to want to be very careful because it does stain. I'm taking another paintbrush, dipping it into the blood, and painting inside the mouth. And this is why I said be careful. I just dropped the paintbrush on my bed sheets. I'm gonna have to wash this duvet. This is why I use a blank open counter. Like I said, listen to what I'm telling you, don't do what I do. Make sure to get blood on the fake lips and then just dot fake blood all around. Usually I would do the flick method where I would flick the blood onto my skin, but I don't want to make a bigger mess than I already have. You could also use a stippling sponge for this to make the blood look more random instead of just in little dots around your face. My hands are a mess. Oh my god, I'm gonna have to clean this all up. This blood better come out, I swear to god. Y'all better like and subscribe so I can afford to buy new bed sheets. So with that, you're basically done. You can do your eyeshadow and the top like makeup and make yourself look really pretty up here and then really bad down here. You can make the blood pour down your face if you want. Last year or 2 years ago I think, I made it look like I had staples, like I had attempted to staple the mouth shut. I forced, or not staples, safety pins. I forced safety pins through the lips. Add your little twist onto it. Once you get comfortable, practice this a few times and you're basically done. It's not meant to look pretty, so if you do try this out, post it, tag me. I want to see you guys do your little special effects makeup. It's not as hard as I thought it was going to be when I first started, but once you get comfortable, just practice. You can do cuts like this wherever. It's the same basic tissue or cotton and latex technique. You can do a scratch down your face, you can do a slit throat, you can make a big zombie bite. Same basic technique, just different shapes. So yeah, let me know in the comments if you guys like the looks. Let me know if you guys try any of these. Vote which one is your favorite in the comments down below. And yeah, let me know if you like this video. Let me know if you're ready for the spooky vibes. Alright, bye guys. Imagine if I wasn't recording and I just did all this and it didn't actually record.